And a lot of the times people aren't given second chances just because you're like, you know, one and done. Individuals should get a second chance to start over. My name is Lexia and I live here in Austin, Texas. I live with my mom and my sister. I also hang out with my boyfriend a lot. So I would say me and my mom are actually very similar. She's very caring. She's very dedicated. She always is a hard worker for sure. She's also very loving, caring, understanding, super mom things. I started painting in college just because, I don't know, college is stressful and I'm creative. So I was like, you know, let me pick up some painting supplies and figure out what I can do. And yeah, it just kind of went from there. I graduated college in 2019 from Sam Houston State University. So I was applying for a lot of jobs, you know, hopeful to find something in my career. And then the pandemic hit. Came back home, I couldn't find any job. Obviously, everything was kind of shut down. I had outstanding bills, things like that. Moving back home, and then the pandemic hit all at once. And then going through like the phase that people don't really talk about after graduation, where it's kind of like you're trying to get acclimated into everyday life outside of the tiny bubble, which is college. At that time, it felt like I was in like a rotation of just not getting anywhere. I was kind of stagnant. You know, I went to school, I graduated, and then I just felt like I was doing everything right. At the same time, everything was kind of just falling down and it didn't seem right. Like, it just seemed like I was never gonna get out of the cycle or like the rut of all of that. So my mom's friend actually told her about UpTogether. At that time, when I heard about UpTogether, I was just like, wow, like this is really something I need at this time. And when I got the COVID relief fund, first thing I did was catch up on my bills. At the time, I was helping out my mom because I moved back home, so I wasn't paying rent or anything, but I was helping her with like groceries, buying things that we would need around the house as well. I kind of planned it out and made sure that I had enough money for everything that I needed. And then if I did have some money left over, I'd either put it in my savings or go do something fun with like my family or friends. So it was very calculated on how I used the fund, just because I knew it wasn't gonna be forever. Being able to use the funds for whatever I wanted, I feel like it was easier for me to figure out what I needed to budget in. And it didn't feel like I had to spend, you know, $300 only on housing, or I had to spend a certain amount of money only on one thing. But I feel like having the freedom to spend it on whatever you needed at the time alleviated the stress of trying to figure out how to spend it on one specific area. I think this fund did change my life, just because at the time I was at a really low. So I feel like without the fund, I'm not sure where I'd be today. And it did help me uplift myself, my family. You know, I think having the fund helped me emotionally. Just knowing that I have that extra like cushion for things that I need or need to pay off kept me sane. It kept me like not as depressed or anxious. Felt kind of like a weight lifted. Right now, I'm working towards my master's. I'm gonna go get an MBA in business administration. I'm hoping to get into like an executive role or some sort of leadership position. The future I painted for myself is I am in a successful role. I'm helping others. I'm happy, I'm traveling, and I'm healthy. I just hope that I can start a new chapter, start a new career, and just, you know, start my adult life, essentially.